Carol Vorderman and welcome to today's Perfect 10. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes, Monday to Friday, every week. Now, think of me as a personal trainer for your brain, complete with puzzles to educate, to entertain and to irritate you in equal measure. Coming up, I've got another 10 questions worth another 10 points, all working towards your weekly total out of 50. It's Thursday. So if you've been playing with us since Monday, you should already have a score out of 30 possible points so far. If not, maybe go back and listen to our other episodes. We've got some corkers actually this week. Please make sure you subscribe, you follow and you like to get the next episode as soon as it drops. And don't forget to head on over to our socials for even more Perfect 10 content. Just search for Perfect 10 Carol on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Now, before we get to today's Perfect 10 questions, let's take a look at the anagram I left you with at the end of yesterday's show. I asked, which album by the Beatles is an anagram of Bad Boy Era? Well, the answer to the anagram is Abbey Road. Really well done if you got that right. Now, our anagrams are only ever for fun. No points to be found or scored for the anagrams. So if you haven't scored a perfect 10 yet, maybe today's questions will give you that privilege. Are you ready to take on today's perfect 10? Then here we go. Question 1, as ever, your starter for a perfect 10. What are the 3 primary colours? Hopefully that will get you a nice easy point on your scorecard straight away. I'll need all 3, though, to be correct for a point. No thirds of a point on offer on Perfect 10. Question 2 is hearsay round. You're about to hear some sounds which relate to a well-known phrase or saying. So, which phrase is hidden in these sounds?
Thanks for coming to my birthday meal, everyone. As you can see, I've put everyone I like at the far end and everyone I really hate right here next to me. Cheers!
Hearsay. Say what you hear. Shout it out. What phrase is hidden in that clip? Question 3 now. It's time for Carol lateral thinking. And it's my favourite numbers, obviously. So, 81 times 9 equals 801. What must you do to make this equation correct? Grab a pen and a piece of paper if it helps and work it out. It's not difficult. Time to put your memory to the test now. So listen up, listen good. I think it's time for the best man's speech, round 4.
Well, here we are. My best mate Paul finally settling down. We met at Country South Primary School in '94. And we've been best mates ever since, isn't that right, Paul? Well, apart from Ibiza in 2007, you still owe me 250 quid for that, you know. I knew Mira was the one for Paul when he brought her out to my birthday in 2011. We rented out that pub in Peckham, and Mira made sure that Paul was in a taxi at 1 a.m, then got out and stayed out with the rest of us until 4. Anyway, I'm glad to see Paul and Mira tying the knot today. After 8 years together, it's about time too.
Okay, I hope you were listening because here comes your question. According to his speech, in what year did the best man meet the groom? Well, were you paying attention? Did you manage to retain that little nugget of information? Find out after the final question when I give you all the answers. Questions 5, 6 and 7, all part of the 3 Fs, frivolous, familiar and fun, testing your knowledge of the everyday. Here is your question 5 and it's off to the movies. In which film did David Bowie play Jareth the Goblin King? Yes, that's a Goblin King called Jareth. What film could that be? Moving on to question 6, and we're getting cheesy. Edam cheese originated in which European country? Question 7 next. Wenlock and Mandeville were the mascots of which major sporting event? For question 8, you just need to change one letter to find a whole new word with a whole new meaning. We call it one in, one out. So, which letter can you change in the word field, F-I-E-L-D, to get an evil spirit? Is that perfect 10 score heading your way, do you think? Because question 9 definitely is. It's time for I know this, because I'm sure you've got the answer in that brain of yours. So try this. Which Yorkshire town shares its name with the capital of Nova Scotia? And would you just look, here we are at question 10, and it's the daily riddle. I am a 5-letter word that grows in a field. If you remove the first letter, I become a form of energy. Remove the first 2 letters, and I'm something you do to stay alive. What am I? There it was, Thursday's Perfect 10. Was it a bad one? Was it a good one? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's questions. And if you want to entertain, educate, and irritate the life out of me, please send me what you've got to @Perfect10Carol on Facebook, Insta, and TikTok. And who knows, it might end up flummoxing our entire Perfect 10 family. There is so much happening on our social media, so please do head on over there to try your hand at even more riddles, puzzles, questions, quite a lot of visual ones there to keep your mind working between our shows. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in just 10 minutes. But did you score a perfect 10 today? Let's hear those answers. Question 1. What are the 3 primary colours? Nice easy one today. Red, blue, and yellow. Question 2 was hearsay. I asked which phrase was hidden in these sounds.
Thanks for coming to my birthday meal, everyone. As you can see, I've put everyone I like at the far end.
Hearsay, say what you hear. The answer was this: keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Question 3 was this: 81 times 9 equals 801. What must you do to make this equation correct? The answer is you flip it all upside down. By doing so, the equation becomes 108 equals 6 times 18. Question 4 was our memory question, and today we found ourselves at a wedding just in time for the best man's speech. But my question was, according to his speech, in what year did the best man meet the groom? And the answer was they met at school in 1994. Well done if you remembered that. Into our run of 3 frivolous, familiar and fun questions. Question 5. In which film did David Bowie play Jareth the Goblin King? Well, the answer could only be Labyrinth. The Jim Henson directed film was a bit of a box office failure, to be honest, when it came out in 1986, but went on to become a cult classic. But did you know that Bowie wasn't the only pop star up for the role of the Goblin King? Michael Jackson was considered for the role during pre-production, but the role eventually went to David Bowie after he and Henson spent over 2 years discussing the script. Question 6, Edam cheese originated in which European country? And the answer is the Netherlands. Question 7, Wenlock and Mandeville were the mascots of which major sporting event? The answer is the London 2012 Olympics. They were named after Much Wenlock, a village in Shropshire, where many consider the first modern Olympic Games took place, and Stoke Mandeville, home of the precursor to the Paralympic Games. Question 8 was 1 in, 1 out. Which letter can you change in the word field to get an evil spirit? Well, if you change the letter L for the letter N, you get a fiend, F-I-E-N-D. Question 9. I know this, but did you? I asked which Yorkshire town shares its name with the capital of Nova Scotia, and the answer is Halifax. And finally, question 10. I am a 5-letter word that grows in a field. If you remove the first letter, I become a form of energy. Remove the first 2 letters, and I'm something you do to stay alive. What am I? The answer is wheat, W-H-E-A-T. Take off the first letter to get heat, a form of energy. Take off the H to get eat, E-A-T, something you do, of course, to stay alive. And there you have it. That was today's Perfect 10. How did you do? Please let me know. I absolutely love to hear how my perfect 10ers are getting on. If a perfect 10 score eluded you today, then please do come back tomorrow for the final show of the week. But remember to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and follow us on YouTube and across our social media channels so you don't miss out on any of our daily episodes or any of our exclusive Perfect 10 social content. I'll be back tomorrow with 10 more questions, but before I say goodbye, I'll leave you with today's anagram. Which Scottish singer is an anagram of sword treat? SWORD, sword, TREAT, treat. Join us tomorrow for the answer to that and 10 more tricky puzzles and riddles designed to educate, to entertain and to irritate you. I'm Carol Vorderman. That was my perfect 10 for today. I hope you have a perfect day.